Welcome to Math 300. I wanted to create a small video to help you understand how you're going to learn in this course and be presented with concepts and be taught them essentially. So in lieu of coming to lecture in a physical classroom, you have the opportunity to learn right here online. And so it's a little bit daunting with nobody in front of you necessarily and also no physical textbook. But everything is right here because you've purchased that MyMathLab access. And there's also a lot of content that I created. So as you're ready to learn in Math 300, first I'm grateful that you're going through the course orientation. But when you're ready to learn at any time, you're going to click on this modules links. And in that module link, you'll see that we have the roadmap for student success, that orientation module where we have the how do I learn, which is where I've placed this. So you'd know how you're going to learn. But each module, we're separated out to weeks. So there's 8 modules, one for each week of the class. And each module has an overview in which I share with you the topics that are going to be taught during the coming week. But if I go back, it also highlights how many sections, the module itself, how many sections you're going to cover this week. And we got 3 sections this week. And so we're going to look at 11.1. So when you're ready to learn about 11.1, what you'll first see is if you read none of the narrative, you can see that I've created a video lecture on it. They're often not too long, but they're directly tied to the homework that you'll be doing. I've embedded them so you can watch it right here.
Welcome to Math 300. I know that there is a good amount of resources available through MyMathLab, but I wanted to create videos that were narrated by me and showing you some of
Right, so you can see that I've narrated a video. If I just scroll along here and click off of this, you can see that I go through an example where we're rolling a die and walk you through the core concepts of probability. Looks like this video is about 13 minutes long. Again, I kept it closely tied to the homework that you'll be doing. And so other aspects, though, is this isn't your only resource to use. As you study for this section, my advice would be to read the section in the ebook. Take advantage of the multimedia library and review these video lectures. And you'll see that some sections, maybe the next one, let me just go there and look. Or the third, but some of them have multiple videos. Looks like I got away with just one video for these 3s, but sometimes based upon the work that's involved, I have multiple videos just to kind of break up the content so it's not overwhelming and you don't have this hour-long video to sort through. But what this is directing you to do to get to the ebook and multimedia library, it's directing you to go through the Pearson. Is directing you to click on Access Pearson. You have paid for Pearson, so you'll click on this Open Resources. Now, what you're seeing is my screen. You won't actually see that screen. You'll see this Open MyLab Mastering button though, and it will take you into the MyMathLab environment. And so right over here, you have access to the e-textbook. So you can say, you know what, Jensen's starting us out in chapter 11. So let me go to chapter 11 and I'll click on 11.1. And what's really nice is this has the e-text, right? You can go straight to the e-text. You can watch a video presentation over just 11.1, right? So if you're watching my video and you feel like it's not enough, you hate the way I talk, you just don't, it doesn't resonate with you for some reason, you can click on this Get a Video Presentation and it will walk you through their narrative about the section, right? And teaching you about this section. So if we click on video, I think that's the same thing. Oh, no, that's a video about adding fractions and stuff. Oh, yeah, that's because this is integrated review down here. So you have a video access right there. You have an e-text. They also have this study plan where you work questions and it kind of builds a worksheet for you. I've seen students use it. I've seen them not use it. It doesn't count towards your grades. But if you click on e-text, it'll bring up the electronic version of your book and ideally right to the section that we're dealing with. And look at that. We got 11:1. And you can read through very similar examples to what I'd be explaining. But here's my promise to you. When I do my examples, I'm not just copying things that are in the book. I'm looking at your homework and saying, hey, let me explain it this way. So my goal in creating the videos that are back here, in the modules is really to supplement this, where you could read through this and then have additional explanations given to you, but you have the access to that whole ebook right there. Close that down. If I minimize that, there's also this video resources and library. And so if I click on that, then I can go to chapter 11. I can click on 11:1, and I would recommend just selecting all, and you can find out all the media resources they have. They'll pop up down here. So kind of looks like nothing happened. But if you scroll down here, you have access to the textbook for that section, the video lecture, but they also have PowerPoints and other interactive videos that are here. So again, let me show you how I got there. I got there by clicking on the the Access Pearson. Then it brought me to this screen. I clicked Open My Lab and Mastering. And when I did that, it would bring up this environment, and you either go to, actually, if you go to Video Resources and Library and choose the chapter and section you want, you'll get everything, including that ebook. Right? So that might be the better way to go. Here's your videos, your multimedia textbook, your ebook coming up here, all conveniently resourced in there. So I have a little bit of an issue with the recording button being right over the tab I need to click on. So I'm going to go back into Canvas. Oh, let me just click on that. And just make sure you see one last time how we accessed all this content. Remember, we were in our course. Let me go back in there. So this is where I started out. We're in our course. I want to learn something. I want to see what's due this week. I click on modules. It happens to be the first week of class. If it's the second, then I'm down here. Third, I'm in module 3. But I go and find the section I want to learn about. Now I'm ready to do 11:2. I go in there, I can watch the video that your instructor made, that I made for you, or I can click on this Access Pearson, click Open My Math Lab, and go right to the work that we have, right to what I was showing you with the access to the ebook and the multimedia library. So hopefully that helps, and hopefully that's understandable. If not, you can always reach out to me via Canvas email. Really would enjoy if you use this inbox icon and just send an email to me and say, hey, this is what I'm experiencing. What can you do to help me? And I will help you. All right. Enjoy the course. Thank you for watching this video.